Can a beginner really fix cloudy headlights? I've tried before and failed miserably. No shortcuts, no toothpaste hacks, just a proper first time attempt step by step. Will it actually work, or will I just make it worse again? Let's find out. So these are the products I'm going to be using. The first stage is to rub it down with a wet and dry sandpaper. I've got some various grades there. Then clean that up with the isopropyl alcohol, and then move on to the headlight restorer, which is key if you want it to last. The final stage is the wax. I've got some various coarse sponges from heavy to fine. The first stage just to get it all masked up. Now it's an awkward shape to mask up, but it's all done. I'm just going to rub it down now with some wet and dry. I've got 800 grit to start with. So like I say, I want to start off with a 800 and then as we go a bit finer, but you can see all that, that's all the clear coat coming off. I then gave it a wipe and it actually looked even cloudier. I could also see some scratches from the sanding, so I tried some finer paper to try and get them out. Yeah, that looks better. So I don't know if you can see it, but it actually looks a bit clearer. Plus there's none of those marks there anymore. So I think the next stage is to clean it with the alcohol and then give it a coat of lacquer. Given that a wipe, but it's still looking hazy. So once I put the lacquer on, that's just going to enhance it. So ideally I need to get this looking smooth before I put the lacquer on. I've come up with an idea. Got these buffing sponges. This is the medium course. I've got a bit of rubbing compound, so I'm going to put that on, add some water, try and buff that out. Hopefully that'll look nice and smooth, ready for the lacquer. Now once I wipe that down with a wet cloth, it should look nice and clean. Unlike the bonnet, which is completely covered in rubbing compound. Look at that, it's crystal clear. So much better. I'll mask it up ready for spraying. Just going to chuck some of this alcohol on it. Get it nice and clean. Just need to dry that with a lint-free cloth and give it a go. Well, it's just a light dusting on. It says to do it every 3 to 4 minutes, so let's give it a bit of time and put on the next coat. Well, I said 3 coats and that looks so much better than it did. Maybe that extra buffing was what did it, but yeah, it looks crystal clear. Maybe you see it on the camera, there you can see it. It's a bit tacky, so the last stage now is to put the wax on. So I've got to let this dry for 24 hours and then have a go with the wax and let's see what the results are like. Well, it's had a few days to dry because I just haven't had a chance to get round to it, but I'm really happy with the results. It's come out really nice, so much better than it was before, nice and clear. It just needs a final sort of polish. Apparently you can sand it down very lightly first and then put the wax on. So I'm going to try and do it both together. I've got this wax here, which is the one you're supposed to use. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it, so I'm not going to say it. And then I've got my sponge here, which this is the final cut, so it's not actually got any sort of grit compound in it. So I'm going to see how that comes out. If it doesn't come out very good, then I can try other sponges. But this is the wax and sponge I'm going to use. I was going to finish it off with a cloth, but I just found this little buffer, so let's give that a go. I still need to finish it off by hand, but be honest, I don't think it's made much of a difference. That final sort of polish, it still looks pretty similar, so I think if you wanted it absolutely perfect, you'd have to give that a light sand with like a 2000, 3000 grit, and then do it again. But I think for the result that I'm looking for, it looks so much better than it did before. So really happy with that. Let me know what you guys think.